I hope today's hearing sheds light on how our markets are working, or in many cases are not working, for smaller investors and ways we can fix that. The events of late January saw tremendous volatility and stock prices that were totally divorced from market fundamentals. The whole enterprise was viewed by some as a giant video game, trading stocks instead of properties and monopoly money. But it's not all fun and games, because people can lose their life savings, their hard-earned cash, and tragically, last summer we know of at least one suicide linked to potential trading losses. Beyond those possible losses, the actions of Robinhood and other trading platforms during the GameStop frenzy caused confusion, anger, and undermined investor confidence in the fundamental fairness of our capital markets. None of this is healthy for our markets or good for investors. What makes markets work fairly is when everyone knows the rules and that the rules remain consistent and predictable and are enforced. But because of Robinhood's actions, too many customers did not get that predictability. Many retail investors woke up on January 28th to find that they could no longer buy and sell stocks the same way they could the days prior, and they were being treated differently than other market participants who could still buy and sell those same stocks. So I don't blame them for thinking that things were stacked against the little guy. Mr. Tenev, you stated in your testimony that Robinhood restricted trading for certain securities, including GameStop, in order to meet your financial requirements with your clearinghouse. But when I go to Robinhood's website and the blog post you initially released on January 28th, your financial requirements with your clearinghouse are not mentioned. You only mention market volatility. And when I review the Robinhood customer agreement, you don't include specifics on how and when you may decide to restrict trading, which you did. And you don't include any language or disclosures regarding your capital requirements. It only includes vague language that at any time and in its sole discretion, Robinhood can restrict trading. In other words, you seem to reserve the right to make up the rules as you go along. So I have two questions for you. First, do you think you owe your customers more disclosure and transparency than you gave them? And second, do you believe your lack of candor with your customers might have contributed to the wild speculation and confusion that resulted in the aftermath of your trading restrictions?
Congresswoman, I appreciate the question. So to answer the second question, look, I'm sorry for what happened. I apologize, and I'm not going to say that Robinhood did everything perfect and that we haven't made mistakes in the past. But what I commit to is making sure that we improve from this, we learn from it, and we don't make the same mistakes in the future. And Robinhood as an organization will learn from this and improve to make sure it doesn't happen again. And I'll make sure of that.
Well, I expect we will experience future events with increased volatility, and Robinhood's recent actions appeared arbitrary, which is why I don't blame customers for feeling treated unfairly. Your trading restrictions came out of the blue, and your communication was not clear. So my next question, Mr. Tenev, looking forward, what operational changes is Robinhood making to better respond to future market volatility, to improve transparency with your customers, and to ensure retail customers don't get the rug pulled out from under them at the last minute?
Thank you for that question, Congresswoman. We'll be committing to reviewing absolutely everything about this. The $3.4 billion that we raised, I think, goes a long way to cushioning the firm from future market volatility and other similar black swan events. And I believe that even throughout this process, we improved our risk management processes and strengthened them. so that the experience customers had on Friday of that week was much improved from Thursday.
Thank you very much.
We'll continue to learn and improve upon this.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.